Good morning and welcome to Africa Good Morning. My name is Ashwin Bedi. It is with deep sadness that we announce the passing of veteran Namibian journalist Ronel Rademacher. A former news editor of the Afrikaans newspaper Republikane, Rademacher passed away in Windhoek yesterday evening after a period of ill health. This news was confirmed by Republikane. Rademacher was instrumental in the creation of Network Media Hub's agricultural publication and program AgriMonitor. She leaves behind her husband Lorenz Rademacher and her two sons Willem and Andre, as well as her parents, four sisters and their families. Originally from the Oshoarongo area, Rademacher had a distinguished career in journalism in Namibia since the late 1990s, after previously working as a journalist in South Africa. We, her former colleagues, were privileged to work with her and under her guidance, and we extend our heartfelt condolences to her family during this difficult time. Top stories after the break.
Neo Paints has established a 67-year Namibian legacy, creating personalized paint solutions that blend quality and innovation for the Namibian people. We pride ourselves in being a 100% Namibian-owned company, investing in our country and our people by employing and empowering true Namibians. With every brushstroke, Neo Paints commits to our quality guarantee and always delivering a coat of excellence. At Neo Paints, we always stay true to our country. We are as Namibian as you.
Starting with some of the headlines from today's broadcast, the U.S. set to evacuate illegal troops from Niger. Serum Institute of India ships its first set of R21 matrix and malaria vaccine doses to Africa, and Zuma must respect rule of law, Ramaphosa said. Getting into our top story, the United States says it will pull all its troops out of Niger within the next 4 months or so after the West African country's military government ordered them to leave. Niger last month told Washington to withdraw its military personnel, which number close to 1,000, branding their presence illegal. The military government, which took power last year, has already overseen the withdrawal of troops from former colonial power and traditional security ally France, as it has strengthened ties with Russia. The U.S. pullout has already begun. The Pentagon and Nigerian defense officials confirmed in a joint statement, with all of the troops set to vacate the country by September 15 at the latest. Now, the Serum Institute of India, the world's largest manufacturer of vaccines by number of doses, marks a significant milestone with the shipment of the first set of R21 matrix M malaria vaccines to Africa. The initial shipment will be sent to the Central African Republic, followed by other African countries such as South Sudan and the Democratic Republic of Congo in the coming days. In total, 163,800 doses of the R21 matrix M malaria vaccine have been officially allocated for the CAR region, out of which only 43,200 doses will be dispatched today from the Serum Institute of India's facility. Now, in the coastal town of El Amrad in Tunisia, migrants from sub-Saharan Africa are asking to be let go to reach Europe as tensions mount in the country over the government's handling of the migrant crises. Far from the main roads, in local olive groves, migrant encampments stand as testament to the struggles faced by the many dreaming of a better life in Europe. A final stop for many who dream of a better life in Europe, El Amra and nearby Jebeniana reflects the compounding problems facing Tunisia, a key transit point for migrants from Syria, Bangladesh, and a variety of sub-Saharan African nations. Law enforcement has expanded its presence in the two agricultural towns, where roughly 83,000 Tunisians live among a growing number of migrants from around the world. Hundreds of Tunisians marched in the streets of Jemeniana this weekend, demanding that the Tunisian government expel the migrants. Now let's swing over to South Africa, where there has been some significant breaking news. This is ahead of the election on the 29th of this month. President Cyril Ramaphosa has said Jacob Zuma must respect the rule of law. This after the Constitutional Court upheld the Electoral Commission of South Africa's appeal and ruled that the former president was not eligible to stand for election to the National Assembly. The ConCourt delivered its ruling yesterday, ruling in favor of the IEC saying Zuma is not eligible to stand for election to the National Assembly until 5 years have passed since the completion of his sentence. This court concludes that Mr. Zuma was convicted of an offense and sentenced to more than 12 months for Section 47(1)(e) of the Constitution and is accordingly not eligible to be a member of and not qualified to stand for election to the National Assembly until 5 years have elapsed since the completion of his sentence. Justice Leona Teron said. Now, Ramaphosa told 702's Clement Manyatela that Zuma must abide by the court decision, with the decision by the Apex Court having deep implications on the result, with observers fearing violent unrest. Ramaphosa said he is not concerned about the threat of violence. Now, Brazil's ambassador to Namibia, Vivian San Martin, has called for more trade between Namibia and the Southern American country, saying the two countries are neighbors separated only by the Atlantic Ocean. A delegation of Brazilian business people is in Namibia looking for trading opportunities. She further added that she sees a lot of opportunities for collaboration between Namibia and Brazil to develop green hydrogen industries. San Martin added that Brazil stands ready to help Namibia develop her oil resources owing to increased exploration for oil and gas off the Namibian coast. Let's have a look at the video. All right, we'll check that video out a little later. Do stay tuned for our breaking news segment at 8:55. Now, moving on to the next story, the Democratic Republic of Congo Army says it has quashed an attempted coup against President Felix Tshisekedi in the capital, Kinshasa, involving Congolese and foreign fighters. DR Congo Army spokesperson Brigadier General Siavin Ekenga said that 50 suspects, including 3 Americans and a naturalized British citizen, have been detained. He previously said on the state-run broadcaster RTNC TV that the situation is now under control. Those have been our top stories on Africa Good Morning. After the break, we talk to Mike Scihula in Zambia.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and ignite your passion for automobiles.
All right, it's time for us to talk to Mike Scihula in Zambia as we get the latest stories from that nation. Mike Muribanji.
Nerebuino Muribanji, Africa, good morning to our dear viewers on the African continent.
Africa, good morning indeed. So we understand former President Edgar Lungu has come under fire for some chit-chats. Tell us more about that.
Yes, indeed. Mr. Lungu, who attended the church meeting on Sunday, did issue a statement which Chief Government Spokesperson Cornelius Mwitwa has described as inflammatory and careless and irresponsible, especially the statement coming from the former president of Zambia. We can see from this clip that we can introduce to our viewers, then I'll interpret later on.
Those of you who know medicine and the biology and so on, there is a time frame you say 1 after 9 months, but you can feel 8.5. Yeah. Yeah? So whatever 2026 is in the good time. It's possible to get a full-term baby before 9 months. It's only God who knows when the child comes. So, our land of whether it's 2026, in the good time. That's how we see it. We come to go Zambia, we meet any less time. Well, but another time we look at the new leadership. But if we ever move more, that we should go to we are all wise men here and women. So we have one people. We will not waste more of your time because I know that somewhere, somehow, we will not want to carry. So what our press conference in India. Somebody will say, best to address you. That I need permission. I don't need permission from anybody. I want you to know. But you know, there's a good lawyer here. There's nothing to fear.
So in short, basically, Mr. Lungu was saying Zambia is supposed to go to elections in 2026, but he said before that, anything can happen and elections can be held even before 2026. He gave an example saying a pregnant woman, normally we think she can deliver in 9 months, but sometimes they deliver before 9 months. So that is a statement which has angered government and some members of the opposition of the ruling party who have since reported Mr. Lungu to police for investigations.
All right, Mr. Scihula, I was just taking in those words. Yeah, we're going to be stewing over that for a while. All right, authorities have cancelled the closure of Mfuwe International Airport. The airport is vital to the tourism industry.
Yes, the Mfuwe International Airport is situated in the eastern part of Zambia, and it is vital to the tourism industry, like you have stated. So the Zambia Operations Corporations Limited wanted to close the airport for 90 days to pave way for rehabilitation of the runway, the apron, and many other features at the airport. But government has chipped in through Transport and Logistics Minister Frank Tayari, who says the works must go on a manner that promotes safety while operations continue. So that is the state of affairs, because its closure attracted a lot of concern from the tourism industry, because they think it is going to be something that is going to affect the tourism industry, especially this period when tourist arrivals are at a peak.
All right, Mike. Now, on a sad note, 18 people have died after consuming beer made up from a combination of methylated spirit and shoe polish.
The fatalities occurred between 13th and 15th May 2024. Initially, 5 individuals in Namara district, that is Southern Province, passed away with suspicion pointing to poisoning from a local concoction known as chinjiba. So upon investigations, authorities have come to understand that at least 18 people have did consume that mixture of powdered methylated spirit, juice, including polish, because they thought they are going to get more intoxication when they drank that. But however, a follow-up of incidences have revealed that at least 18 people have died from this concoction. And this incident has actually led to districts in Pemba, Zimba, and Namwala to ban the brewing of illicit beer that is deemed unsafe for human consumption.
All right, Mike. Now, in sports, athlete Muzala Samukonga has qualified for the 2024 Paris Olympic Games. Tell us more.
Yeah, so Muzala Samukonga is become the latest Zambian athlete to qualify for the Olympics. Remember, we did here indicate on Africa Good Morning that the 4x4 team failed to qualify in Ghana, and him on an individual basis, he has managed to qualify for the Paris Olympic Games, and he did achieve this after finishing second with a time of 44.54 seconds in a 400-meter race at the 2024 Wanda Diamond League in Marrakesh, Morocco, just a few days ago.
All right, congratulations to him. Thank you very much, Mike, for bringing us the news stories as they are from Zambia. I've got a feeling that story with the former President Edgar Lungu is going to keep developing for a while.
Definitely it will, because like I did say, the government has said that they are investigating the video. Then youths of the ruling party have reported him to the police, And in the video, he did indicate also, Mr. Lungu, that he does not need permission from anyone to move freely in this country. So it is definitely a developing story. We'll keep an eye on it.
Definitely inflammatory. Thank you, Mike, for bringing us the stories. All right, we're going to head over to the weather predictions before we return with economic news. Getting into economic news, 4 lithium mining companies, 4 of them, have tabled plans to produce battery-grade lithium in Zimbabwe, a government official said yesterday. Now, Zimbabwe, Africa's top producer of lithium, which is used in electric vehicle batteries and to store renewable energy, is prodding miners to refine the mineral locally as it hopes to boost its economy. Currently, Chinese lithium miners, who dominate the sector in Zimbabwe, only produce lithium concentrates which they ship to China for further processing. Now, Zimbabwe's Finance Minister Mthuli Ncube said the government had given miners up to March 2024 to submit plans on refining within the country. And Mozambique's Deputy Minister of Economy and Finance, Carla Louveira, has announced that the Mutual Guarantee Fund, which was set up under the Package of Economic Acceleration, will be implemented by the National Investment Bank to function as of August this year. The PAE was introduced in 2022 to restore economic growth that had stagnated as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic and the suspension of direct support to the state budget from donors in the wake of the scandal of the hidden debts. To strengthen the PAE, the government recently announced the reintroduction as of next year an action plan for the economy and business environment. We're going to head over to the economic indicators just before Ari Hochad brings us the sport.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with golf news first. It's a golf news from the Ladies European Tour. It was the Munda German Masters, and that was won by a player from Germany, that is Alexandra Fosterling. She won in a playoff against Emma Spitz. Both of them finished on -12 after both of them finished their fourth round in 67. Great performance there by Alexandra Fosterling, winning. Second or third position was Gabriella Cowley of Great Britain, and then a good performance by South African, that is Sekola Golay. She came in with a tied 19th performance, so a good performance by the South African golfer playing on the Ladies European Tour. On the men's PGA Tour, it was a big one. It was the PGA, that is one of the majors of the men's calendar. It was the US PGA played at Valhalla. Winner there, American Xander Schauffele. He played 65 in his last round for a total of 21 under par, just one shot better than Bryson DeChambeau, also from the United States. Southern African interest, it was Dean Burmeister that had a good tournament. He's from South Africa, born in Zimbabwe. He came in with 70 in his fourth round, and he was tied for 12th in the tournament, and that gets him into the tournament again next year. Continuing with tennis news on international sports news, it's the Italian Open that was concluded finals over the weekend. It is Alexander Zverev that won the tournament on the men's side of the draw. He's the third seed. He beat Nicolas Jarre, his 21st seed, and he beat him by 6-4, 7-5 in the final. On the women's side of the Italian Open, it was number one seed in the world, Iga Swiatek, as she's continuing a good form on clay. She beat Aryna Sabalenka, the number two seed, by 6-2 and 6-3. Quite a comfortable win for Iga Swiatek. Now it moves on to Roland Garros. It's a French Open that starts in a week. It will start on Sunday, the 26th of May, and the finals will be played over the weekend of 8 and 9 June. That is in Paris. That is the French Open at Roland Garros. And to conclude today's international sports news, it is cycling news. It is the Giro d'Italia that continued stage 15, and it was the leader, Tadej Pogačar, that continued his brilliant form. He won the stage over 222 kilometers. That was from Manerba to Levingo, and it finished on the mountains, very steep, almost in the snow, but he dominated stage 15. That is Tadej Pogačar. He's from the UAE team Emirates. He won in 6 hours, 11 minutes and 43 seconds. That's 29 seconds ahead of Nairo Quintana of the Movistar team. On the general classifications, it is Tadej Pogačar comfortably in the lead. He's got a combined time of 56 hours, 11 minutes and 46 seconds. That puts him 6 minutes and 41 seconds ahead of Gareth Thomas in the second position from Great Britain. Daniel Martinez is in third position, 6 minutes 56 seconds behind Pogačar. So it will be stage 15 of the Giro d'Italia that continues. The last stage will be over this coming weekend. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.
Welcome to My.NA Cars, your ultimate destination for everything automotive.
I am your host, Diana Master. Teamwork makes the dream work, right?
Discover the latest models, innovative technologies, and expert insights from our passionate hosts. Learn essential maintenance tips and get exclusive behind-the-scenes access to the automotive industry. Don't miss My.NA Cars on NTV every Thursday at 2100 hours. Tune in and...
My name is Ashim Bedi. Thank you for joining us on Africa Good Morning. Let's head into the headlines from today's broadcast. U.S. set to evacuate illegal troops from Niger. Serum Institute of India ships its first set of R21/Matrix MTM malaria vaccine doses to Africa. Zimbabwe lithium miners table refinery plans under government pressure. Those have been our stories on Africa Good Morning, DSTV 285, Core TV 25, 1up2.com, Network Media Hub on YouTube are precisely where you can find us. Swera Jaganaka.